Hi, I'm Janey Bishop, and today I am going to talk about the 6 mistakes to avoid when downsizing. The first mistake, and probably the biggest mistake you can make, is waiting too long to downsize. You don't want an illness or a change in life situation to force you to downsize. You want to be able to make a plan, evaluate all your options, and come up with something that's really fits you. You want to have the opportunity to evaluate, do you want to move closer to family and possibly grandchildren? Or is there a recreation you love or an environment you love, such as the beach or the mountains? The second mistake is not being tough with your grandchildren. This one I learned firsthand on the receiving end. I was visiting my dad and my stepmother, and my stepmother comes to me and says, "Look, your ice skates are in our garage. You either have to take them home with you or I'm donating them." I was so startled. My first reaction was, "But these ice skates that I haven't used in 20 plus years are doing just great in your garage, instead of driving them from Arizona to California to put them in my garage." But that's what I did. I really don't need them. I probably should have donated them, but I wasn't quite ready yet, so they're still there. So when your grown kids come and you have a few things set aside to say, "Look, either take these or I'm donating them," you can also have them look at some of the other things you know you're going to get rid of, like potentially a large set of china. And this way you'll know that if it's not something they're going to take to their own house, then you're ready to give it away and not worry about it. It kind of takes it out of limbo, if you will. The third mistake to avoid is tackling too much at one time, whether it's reducing your contents or it's investigating where you might want to live and what the costs will be, or talking with your financial advisor. Don't tackle too much at once, because then it becomes frustrating and it makes it that much harder for you. I find that sometimes putting all the things on a list and saying, okay, these 2 I'm going to do this week, makes it a little bit easier if that's helpful to you. Fourth mistake you might make is tossing everything in the trash. And what happens is people get frustrated trying to figure out what to do with the contents and contacting charities or family members and such, and they get frustrated and they just throw it all away. I personally hate to see things go to waste, so I know a number of charities that will take various items, so I can certainly help you with that. The fifth mistake you might make is misjudging how much will actually fit in your downsized home. And the whole point is to downsize. So taking too many things and overstuffing your new place will sort of defeat the whole purpose of it. The sixth mistake that people make when downsizing is finding it hard to part with stuff, which is entirely understandable, especially if it took you a lifetime to collect much of it. I find it easier if you find somebody that has similar hobbies, possibly similar profession. Even, for example, I know the LA Public Library will take most books and some periodicals, and it's kind of nice knowing that it's going to go to good use and help somebody else. When you look at these 6 mistakes all together, I think the most helpful thing to do is start out with a plan. And you might adjust as you go through some of the various steps, but it makes it easier to start with an overall plan, what your goals is, and give yourself reasonable steps so that you don't get overwhelmed. I am happy to help you with any of these, and I hope you will watch more of my downsizing videos.